happened there. It just kept saying, going live, going live, going live, going live, going live. Welcome to my foggy early morning drive live at 5-ish. Yes, yes. I like ice cream. Yes, yes. I forget what happened to, what was her name? Pinky Doll, Pinky Girl. She made that big thing on TikTok where she tried to act like them NPCs, and she was getting all those people coming over, and then they found out she used a light skin filter. Everybody loves her because she was light skinned. Once they found out she was brown skinned, they were like, fakery! But you followed a lady that act like an NPC character. Hey, Brady, how's it going? What's going on? I'm just sitting here. Me and the whole school is sad. Well, and why are you and the whole school sad? Hey, good morning, B&M. How are you, mega, mega, meow, meow? I know that sounded terrible. Let me try it again. Mega, mega, meow, meow. That ain't no better. Good morning, guys. Just sitting here thinking. Happy Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Share something you thankful for. I'm thankful that I woke up, and here we are. Again, traveled this road so many times before. Is that rain? It didn't say anything about rain. Uh, it never does. It's unexpected weather. I'm fine, thank you. How about you? I'm doing fairly well. Fairly well. Almost made it through the week. Like I said, countdown. Countdown. Let's begin. Countdown. That's why we're sad. Okay, because the comments has went up in the chat. I didn't see what you said, but I'll take a look once I come to a stoplight. Safety first, chat later. Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, I just lost my friend, Maxon. Oh, the popular kid in school passed away. His name is Maxon. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. You, I don't know about you guys, but I know like when we was young and somebody passed on, it was like a secret. They wanted to spare our feelings. I had a young lady, really nice lady. Hey, Grace, Megan, Megan, meow, meow. A young lady that went to school with and so forth. And then we didn't see her anymore, but we saw her sibling. And it was like we had a locker closer. He had a locker closer to mine. Oh, and it was like, like what happened? And then they said she passed on, and you started thinking like, wow. Only thing you could think about then, like she was so young. Like now, you guys are young. So much stuff is happening now. So much stuff. Sorry for your loss, you and all your friends. I'm quite sure the guy was excellent, a great guy. But one thing for sure, has all right, be it in. Thank you for the love. I appreciate the love. And Grace, thank you. Um, It's one of those things. You just have to keep their memories alive. I don't know. Maybe that could be a Q&A question. No, not really. They're not going to post that up here. Where you ask, like, is it better to be here on this earth or be in, as they call it, paradise? No one knows what paradise is, but that's all we've heard throughout our childhood. Paradise is supposed to be this place where there's no hate and there's no darkness. It's like a kid being in Candyland. That's what it's supposed to be like. But for the adults, you don't age. Everybody is happy. Everybody loves each other regardless of race, creed, ethnic, gender, age. That's what paradise is supposed to be like. You don't get hungry. You don't have emotions. The only emotions you have in paradise is happiness and peace. Be in harmony. That's it. Well, here on Earth, we experiencing tax hike, price increase, gas increase, bills going up. It's crazy, and it makes you think. All right, okay, I see it. I saw it from his little drizzle of rain. What do you guys thought on this? I don't know. Sorry to hear that. Even the most popular person can have some hidden, what do you want to say? What do I want to say? Even the person that seems like they're the happiest could be the saddest person on the inside, for many reasons. And I read that people that does something like that, of course, they do it because they just don't want to be here anymore. They don't like the space they're in. They don't want to be here anymore. It's a struggle. All of this is a struggle. And it get even harder or challenging, should I say, as we get older. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming in, especially Mega Meow Meow, Grace, D&M. I appreciate you guys. He told me about his mental health. Mental health. That's a big thing going on. But let me ask you this. Everybody deal with things differently, right? That's how our brains are wired differently. So this is true story now. So this little girl go through life. She couldn't help it. She was born into that family that lived in poverty. They did the best they could to make ends meet. They couldn't help the environment that they had to move to because they couldn't afford anything else. But this little girl seen so much. By the time she was 9 years old, you would think that it would affect her. You would think that she would turn out to be psychotic after all the things she's seen. Hello, they want me back playing Mowgli. But first of all, you didn't change your name, Mowgli. Thanks for the love. True story. The little girl. In her mind, she knew or she felt this is not what life is about. She felt it got to be different. It got to be better. Something has to change. And eventually, it changed a little bit. You know, her dad and mom was able to get some good jobs, and they finally were able to save up enough money to move that child from that area. Hello, Eileen. Mega, mega, meow, meow. Thank you for coming. They finally had enough money to move that child and her siblings out of that area because they wanted something better. Something better for her and a better life for them. Fast forward, the little girl did have anger issues. That's about it. Anger issues, didn't really care about being around people. You know, she became like a recluse. Mm. But that's only because she entertained herself. Really, Mom? Really? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She learned to entertain herself and drown out the rest of the world. Move forward. Somebody told her she's going to have 3 strikes going against her in life. Well, when they told her that, I mean, 1 was she was black. 2 was she was a female. 3 was if she get married out of wedlock, she going to be looked upon, frowned down on, and all of that good stuff. And she would never make it in life. Why would somebody say that to a little girl? Hello, good morning, Eileen. Why would somebody say that to a little girl unless they trying to have the little girl think like society want her to think, right? Oh, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And again, you would think with this information and all that this little girl has seen with her 9-year-old eyes in life that no one should ever see. I'm talking about people getting on the lives in front of her face, uh, car accidents that left people, what you call it, like Ichabod, you know, people attempting to throw people out the window, stuff like that, and fights leading to somebody getting stabbed. You shouldn't see that at no 9 years old. You shouldn't. Thank you, Eileen, for coming by. I appreciate it. I'm dealing with mental health issues. Okay, so like I said, people brains are wired differently. Some people could take it and some can't. But when that guy told that little girl those 3 strikes she's gonna have against her, that was a challenge to herself. That was her saying, if that's the case, then I need to change it. That's not gonna be, it's not gonna be like that. Can't nobody tell me what I can do in life. I am in charge of what I want to do, how I want to do it. Nope, that's right. There's other things you can do. Um, so instead, that little girl grew up. She went to college and she had kids. She didn't get married, but she paved the way for her own happiness. And today she's a psychologist, an anger management psychologist. Yeah, because she wanted to know how the human brain works, what make people tick, what can she do differently than any other psychologists have done to make people better or think better about themselves or really focus on, is mental health really the issues? People have to change their mindset. I promise you that. Once you change your mindset, whatever they call it, they call everything. So many different things out there now that you, you the person, can control. You have a soul. You have a spirit. Your spirit wants you to do something. Your spirit is asking you to do something because we all have a purpose and a mission on this earth. And your goal is to find out what that is. Even if it means to help someone. Why is Brady Noon crying? He just lost his friend. He lost his friend. What's up, Spencer? What's going on? What's good? Thank you for ringing the doorbell. I mean, I know at the schools that I carry these kids, I noticed in their little book, I don't know what is it, like a little planner book for these kids they got. But the main thing they got in there on the first page is the Unalive Yourself hotline. And I'm thinking to myself, like, we never had that in school. And throughout my whole life of living, I only know 2 people that have done that to themselves. But I know one was on, some street pharmaceutical stuff. And the other one was just young and I guess just didn't want to be here anymore. Those are the only 2 that I know throughout my life. But you got to love yourself. You exhausted and you driving? Yes, I know. You driving with me. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, turn. Thank you, V&M. There you go, girl. Okay. And I just dropped. What was that? Was that my lunch pad? No. Something just fell. Something just fell. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to be parking pretty soon. Hopefully. See, this is what I miss. See, I don't know if he coming around that corner or not. I just be hating when that guy get there and park. I like to pull into my park. Because here we have to reverse park. There's no pulling into your slot. Everybody got a reverse park. Yeah, these ladies love to have a feast. If I get something else to eat today besides the taco I brought, because I really don't feel like a taco, but that's what I brought for lunch. If I was driving with you, I would have had the wheel. You would have? No, you coming with me. Look, guess what, Spencer? Who been driving the longest? Me? Wait a minute. Where's the shop guys? None of them are here? Let me look. Okay. I guess to pull in. Look at mama. She's sitting in her car. She getting out her car. Mama. She called me Mija. Mija, deme. I'm like, huh? No comprende nada. She said, you shut up, people. I slapped the shit out of you. I said, what? Okay. Don't mess with a Spanish mother. All right. However we do it, we're going to get there. I just graduated from college. I'm looking for a job. I need a break from acting and making music. Yeah, I know. Come and do my job for me. I need a break from working, period. I'm allergic to it. V&M, thank you for the love. Thank you. Okay. You guys know the routine. Time to put that lotion on my hands. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Should I do something different? Cause like I said, I ain't preparing for this 9 days off. No, I don't care. I don't care. Just not relaxing, but take care of some major things that been overlooked because I'm working. Working and still poor, guys. That don't make sense. Nobody hiring by my house. Well, I signed up for Amazon. That's where I'm going. Okay. That's cool. My G babies work for Amazon. My real ones. Three of them. The three older ones. The three older ones. But the oldest, she working two jobs. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I thought I saw a car coming behind me, but it wasn't. Huh. All right. Yeah, Brady, I'm sorry about the loss of your friend. Um, you just pull through, be strong for the family, be strong for the rest of your friends. Lord knows I have been through it, done it, so getting tired of this. Lost another person this year, and he was like a son to me, but we got to pull it through, right? A simple recipe everyone should try. All right, let me share what I did. I did it this week. I made my own shrimp egg fouillon. And basically, that requires you to have some eggs. I used about 6 eggs to make 3 healthy patties. And it's the egg yolk. Uh, Bean sprouts, I put in green onions and put a little salt and pepper to taste. So I sauteed the bean sprout, green onions, and shrimp. Now the shrimp, you can get them small, you can eat them whole or whatever, but I like to chop mine up a bit and put it inside the shrimp egg fouillon, if you like shrimp. And so I sauteed the shrimp, the bean sprout, and the green onions, and then the egg mixture by itself. And then once I sauteed the green onions, the bean sprouts, and the shrimp, I mixed it in with the egg mixture. And then I took that and you can use olive oil, vegetable oil. What's that other oil? You can use just any kind of oil, just a little bit. And you slowly pour the egg mixture into the skillet, a well heated skillet, and you form it into a patty. Unless you got now, I thought I had this thing, but this thing I got is for a hamburger to make the perfect round hamburger. But I thought you'd be able to pour it into the pan and it'll make the perfect patty. And you let it sizzle until you start seeing like the egg forming, and then you flip it. Easy. I'm a bad friend because he was in the hospital. I didn't want to go with Eli, and he said, "Okay, fine." I should have went with to say my goodbye. I'm the worst friend. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Am I a bad friend? I mean, like last year, when my assistant Alicia lost her mom, and she was going through it. I didn't go to the service because I said I didn't want to see her like that. It really pains me. Now, out of the people that I work with, that little Spanish lady you see, and Alicia, and the other one, Tawanda, if something happens to them, I don't know what I would do because I've been around them the longest. The boss just said, "Why I'm late?" I told him I'm coming. I don't know where I'm going. That's why I use GPS. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, what was that meme I seen? Okay. Um, somebody calling in to work called in and told the boss that I can't come in today, and he said, "Why not?" They said, "Because I can't see." You like, "What you mean you can't see?" She said, "I can't see." He said, "What? Something wrong with your vision?" She said, "No, I just can't see myself coming in That's it. Bye. Why GPS? Everybody use GPS, don't they? We have it on our bus. Speaking of that, let me tell you something. Something really crazy that happened yesterday. And I was trying to warn this kid. That's why I said, when you get in your kid's vehicle, I think you should wait. You should wait. Ride with them for a year or two. I know they're gonna be on their best behavior, but ride with them. Because yesterday this kid wanna fly in his little Mustang, but his back right tire, you saw the rubber coming off the wheel. I'm like, this kid gonna have a blowout. And he just wanna sit up there and rev up his engine and race. And I tried to warn him. I was honking the horn, but he kept moving up. I wasn't on the side of him, I was behind him. But I told my kids on the bus, I said, don't let that be you. Look at this. Look at it. And they looked. I said, check your stuff. This kid is going to have a blowout, and he just don't know it. He just sitting back driving and having fun. I pray that they look at his car. I really do. Fast don't get you there quicker. Because guess what? Light be throwing curveballs while you flying, and you done passed up these cars 3 lights ago. That one light is holding you back, and all them cars that you passed up caught up to you. That's how funny that is. Anybody else got a simple recipe? I know another one that my kids used to like, and it was my green bean casserole. It was a quick meal. Chop up potatoes, got my green bean, add in some bacon bits, throw in some cheese, season it to our liking, pop it in the oven. It was on. Someone told me it's not Need for Speed. I said, yes, Need for Speed. Yeah, it is not Need for Speed. It's called, do you want to see another day? Do you want to see another year? Do you want to see some years? But life is what it is. Sometimes people just can't tell you. You have to learn for yourself. I know that for a fact. We don't never listen when we're younger. We think, they don't know what they talking about. That was back then when they was young. No, it's not. They telling you about their experience. When somebody is telling you something, it's their experience. You can learn from it or you can ignore it. Yesterday I got a speeding ticket. See? Now you're giving up some money that could have went on something else. I did that one time. Cause the boy like, I bet you can't pass that car up. I bet you can't pass that car up. I bet you can't pass that car up. And I was flying. What was it? What did he have? Did he have an Impala? I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I passed up an unmarked car that caught me. And that was a $300 fine because I went way over the limit. And so therefore, that lesson taught me I'm not giving away my money no more. No. You have a Hellcat? Okay. Yeah, all right. I like seeing young drivers that drive chill because they know driving is a privilege. You could mess up and then you would be without transportation. And there you go. You got to rely on mom, dad, your siblings, or Uber. Don't take advantage of your privilege. Repeat after me. Don't take advantage of your privilege. I'm going to go into something else before I get out of here too. I came across another AI. Grok. I think that's an Elon AI thing. And they are so funny. The Grok got a potty mouth. This AI is like, they say lazy. He got a potty mouth. But I'll share some of that with you guys another time. I don't drive chill. I drive reckless. All right. Then that's your choice. But think about other people. Your driving can take and change the lives of other people. You got to think about that, okay? Don't think about yourself. Think about other people. You want to drive crazy like that? Go to an open road, an open lot, and play by yourself, not putting anyone in danger. But guys, you know what time it is. I'm gonna be getting up out of here. And there she goes. I want to thank you. I thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you. I love you. Someone was saying, what? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Mega meow meow team. Appreciate you. Brady, slow down and talk to you guys soon. Bye.